Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. Okay, guys, so we're back to talk about not only Joe Gorga from the Real Housewives of New Jersey and getting himself kicked out of a high school wrestling match, which is actually kind of really comical. We have the video of it. Thank you to All About the Real Housewives, but also Anne-Marie Wiley, our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills newbie. We have some things to talk about when it comes to her, too. She's very boisterous, and I don't know if she is rubbing the entire cast the right way. Yeah. So before we do, welcome to Up and Adam channel 2. Make sure you do all of the YouTube things. Smash that like button. Give us a little bit of love. Get subscribed. And let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
Okay, guys. So I actually thought that this was really, really funny. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Joe Gorga ended up getting himself kicked out of a high school wrestling match. Yeah, I'm going to play the clip for you really quick. Let me just make sure that I got it right here. Here we go. Before I play it, though, let me just say really quick what exactly was going on. So Joe Gorga, obviously, in this video, he's going to flip out. You're going to see that. And he was ejected for storming onto the floor of his son's high school wrestling match. Now, he lost it when his son Gino lost his wrestling match, and he quickly got up from his seat, and he's shouting at the ref. He's flipping out, and TMZ even reported that Joe Gorga has justified his actions, saying that he felt that the ref made some bad and unfair calls during the match, saying that Gino's appointment was appointment, it's the same thing. It's an appointment, was mistreating him. He was saying that it was unsportsmanlike behavior. He said he never had intentions of hurting anyone, just to make this very clear, or getting physical, but that his son's opponent was conducting himself in an unsportsmanlike manner. So that's important throughout the match, and the ref let it slide. So he's like, you know who's not going to let it slide? Me, Joey Gorga. I'm not going to let this slide. Take a look. I mean, I would have been mortified if that was my dad. I've met Joe. Joe's a great Joe and Melissa are so much fun, by the way. Stay away from Joe when he has a vodka bottle, though, because Joe will get you into some trouble. But Joe and Melissa are so much fun. And you know what? This is a dad who is obviously very passionate about his son's sports, but I would have been mortified. However, I can actually empathize with Gino because when I was in sports, when I was in school, I had the parents who were right there on the sidelines and they were like, come on. And I was like, shut up. Shut up. Get out of here. Go away. Stop. You're embarrassing me. Or come on, Adam. Come on, sweetie. You're doing great. Like, shut up, Chris. It's not my parents' name. I was referring to Kris Jenner. But anyways, now, moving on, because we can't just sit here and talk about Joe storming the stage this entire time. I want to talk about this. So Anne-Marie Wiley, obviously, well, she has rubbed Crystal Kung off the wrong way, and a lot of fans are getting into this. So the new season of Beverly Hills has been getting mixed reviews. I'm not personally loving it, to be honest with you, but for many, it's been a fun season with a good balance. But there are a lot there are a lot of people who have found it to be a little bit of a letdown in comparison to some of the previous seasons. And I don't know if that's credit to Lisa Rinna or what. Now, two of the biggest sources of complaints are Anne-Marie Wiley, who's new, and Crystal Kung, who some fans believe might be too normal for the show. However, they obviously have a contentious relationship, as Anne-Marie has shaded Crystal on multiple occasions this season. One of the first insults came when a fan asked Anne-Marie on social media who she felt the closest to from the cast, and she said everyone whose name doesn't start with an S or a C. So, of course, that would obviously be Sutton and Crystal. Yeah. Now it seems Crystal responded to Anne-Marie in the best way possible because a fan on Instagram asked, "How do you feel about Anne-Marie dragging you the other day?" And she's like, "Who? I don't know her." Now, so her response to Anne-Marie obviously mirrors how fans feel about her. Many were also upset about Anne-Marie's comments about Sutton's issues with her esophagus. However, beyond that, people just don't seem to like her for the show. Making matters worse, she's not getting a ton of airtime, which means she has to be pretty bad for so many people to hate her. One Beverly Hills fan poked fun at her lack of screen time on X, saying, more screen time than Anne Marie, Denise Richards, some random girl, Sutton Strack's assistant, Kyle Richards, like just nobody. Another fan used an iconic meme of Kenya from the Real Housewives of Atlanta to say how boring Anne Marie is on the show. And NECA from Real Housewives of Potomac is also mentioned in the same thing. Looks like people are not loving Anne-Marie Wiley. Anne-Marie also had a few other things to say because she is out here slamming Jekyll and Hyde, Sutton Strack, and shading the hell out of Denise Richards, saying that her cameo was sloppy, but she's also defending Kyle. Dr. Jekyll has nothing on Sutton Strack. Thank you to Reality Blurb. Anne-Marie Wiley was not only compared to Jekyll and Hyde, but she also, well, she compared Sutton to Jekyll and Hyde, but she also slammed her for playing the detective against Kyle Richards amid her marital woes. Now, she threw shade at Denise Richards because she said her cameo was sloppy, which I think we can all agree that it was. And she also claimed that she had an agenda, which I also agree that she did. So on this season, you can see where Sutton channeled her inner Sherlock Holmes on Kyle Richards because she was trying to figure out what the hell is going on in her marriage with Mauricio Umansky. According to many of the fans, Sutton raced to her pipe and armchair after Kyle failed to blindly defend her. Now, it's almost like 2 steps forward, 1 step back with Sutton, is what Anne-Marie said on Page Six's virtual reality podcast. You think you're kind of getting to a good place, and then she kind of brings out the talents, and she kind of does a 180 on this whole Jekyll and Hyde situation, and that's when it starts happening. She also addressed the group questioning Kyle's fitness and sobriety. It was hard because coming into this group of ladies, my first time meeting everybody at the dinner, at Kyle's house, and then there's body shaming, there's fit shaming, there's sober shaming. So I'm seeing my friend who has brought me into this group of ladies be bombarded and attacked about making healthy lifestyle choices. Anne-Marie also shared why this was so triggering for her. She said, "I started running track when I was 5. I played basketball all through college. So for me growing up, it was really about having a strong mind, a strong body, being fit, and then to see this obsession with being thin, and then for that to be weaponized against Kyle for really trying to be fit and healthy, that was a lot for me to actually process at the beginning." So one thing with Sutton is she really likes to play detective. She likes to ask the questions of others, but she's not very forthcoming when it comes to answering questions about her own life. And so I think that's where especially Esophagate for us became a little bit bigger than it needed to be. She also does feel like, well, we have Denise Richards, and Denise Richards is, did you have a good stretch? Nice reach. Boom. But she did come in with an agenda. She did come in with this whole thing that she was trying to do, and it didn't land, and it did look sloppy. Her cameo was sloppy. I agree with Anne-Marie. Do I love Anne-Marie on the show? I don't know yet. Maybe it's too soon to tell. Like, she's a first season housewife, so let's give her a second. But Denise, you failed, girl, and you tried it, but you failed it. I want to hear what your thoughts are. So go ahead and comment below. Welcome to Up and Adam channel, to the second channel with all of the extra coverage. Make sure you smash that like button, get subscribed, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.